Welcome to Nerd on Nerd with me, Ellie Kempster.
And me, Liam Underwood. And in this episode, well, we're going to talk about a lot of things. But the culture swap we'll be talking about is Monster Hunter World.
I mean, to be fair, Liam, we talk about a lot of things in every episode.
Yeah, I know.
It's weird that you've suddenly decided that that's something you need to specify.
Well, I was thinking, right, what if someone's listening to this and maybe they get into like 10 seconds in, they're hearing, oh, in this episode we're talking about, no, I'm not interested in that, and they just immediately click off. Whereas this way, I'm kind of giving them a heads up, hey, we're going to be talking about other stuff and also Monster Hunter World.
Okay.
So, you know. It's available, isn't it, on PlayStation 4 and Xbox and PC in the future, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not sure if the PC one's out yet, but I know they are releasing one.
Cool. So that's coming. Look forward to that. The regular listeners will know the format of this show by now, but if you're new, this over explanation is for you. Catching up with Ellie and Liam. That's the first part of the show, by the way, where we catch up with each other. Just in case there's a new listener and they're like, I don't know what's going on.
I'm just going to let you carry on talking, because I like when you get like this. There's sort of a feeling of, I don't know, like you've started something and you feel like you just need to finish whatever it is you've started, but you also aren't quite sure what you've started doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I have that feeling of needing to finish things.
Yeah, exactly. So you start these weird little tangents and then you're like, well, I've got to just carry it on now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's great.
I'm just trying to be mindful of any new listeners we might.
No, that's fine.
have.
What else do we do, Liam? We do catching up with.
Well, yeah, but if they carry on listening, right, let's not just shoot our load immediately and then they can leave all unsatisfied and unhappy that it's over so quick. We've got to eke out the pleasure.
What have you been up to, Liam?
It's Valentine's Day, wasn't it?
It was.
So, love was in the air. I spent it with Kat, who, again,
that's good.
For
that's
new
a positive
listeners,
start.
That's my girlfriend, not a pet or something.
What did you do? Was it... What's happening? You're really struggling.
No, I was just remembering what we did. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just kind of playing it back. So here's the thing. I maybe, like, not forgot. I got her a card, but I didn't know what to get her as, like, a present, and she wanted clothes.
Okay.
And I refused to, like, buy her clothes that she hasn't already signed off on.
Got you.
So it was a bit of a barren day for her, because she just got a card, and that was, like, it. And we went out for a meal that night. We went to Ask Italian, I think it was. It was an Italian place. I had sea bass. She had, I don't know, some pasta dish. And then we went to see Black Panther, but I'll talk about that a bit more later.
It's very romantic, Liam.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so the whole thing is, like, with the whole clothes thing, so the plan was we were going to go to Portsmouth this weekend, or last weekend that's just been, and do some clothes shopping. Which we did. We met up with Mark, who's been a guest on the show a while ago now, and his wife Kat with a K, which is different to my cat with a C. They're different people, obviously.
And again, Liam's cat with a C is not actually a cat.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we met up with them for lunch, but my cat couldn't find any clothes, so we ended up coming home and we just bought a load of stuff online. So it just felt like a bit of a, like, I felt bad that she didn't have anything to, like, open on Valentine's Day.
Can I like throw something in, like I want to say helpful advice, because I genuinely think it's helpful, but I think you might take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like, did it cross your mind that, because I don't know, my feeling on it is, if you don't know what to get someone and you're like, well, they want clothes, but I don't, and I get it. I get the whole, like, I don't want to buy her clothes because if she doesn't like them, what a waste of money. I've bought her a present. She doesn't even like it. What's the point? Yeah.
Or it might not fit properly.
Yeah. All these things. I totally get them. But did you not think, like, oh, I don't know, so seeing as I'm not getting her something to have on Valentine's Day, maybe I should get her something other than just a card?
You know, the thing is, I had ordered her something, but it hadn't arrived, and it still hasn't arrived.
Oh, okay. So, all right, that's fair. So you had ordered something that was going to arrive, but didn't.
Yeah.
Got you. That's all right then. Sorry, you didn't say that. So that's.
Yeah. So I'm still waiting on that, which is annoying.
That is annoying. That's Jesus. That is really late.
Yeah, I know. But c'est la vie, I guess. So I got Valentine's Day. Kat treated me to a Funko
of
Michael Myers.
Very good.
And some Jason from Friday the 13th socks.
Cool.
Well, He's wearing the hockey mask in them, so, from pretty much any of the Friday the 13th from 3 onwards.
Yep.
Not the first 2.
Thanks for clarifying.
That's all right. But yeah, so, it was a very romantic day.
I'm glad someone had a romantic day, Liam.
Well, how was your Valentine's Day?
I, of course, Liam,
Yep.
didn't get any Valentines.
Okay.
I met up with 2 friends who also weren't on Valentine's Day things.
Yeah.
And we got drunk, and then that's it.
Hooked up.
I offered. They weren't particularly into the idea.
How come?
I don't know.
That surprises me.
It's a shame. I was expecting, invite a lady out. I was expecting, a candlelit dinner or something.
Yeah.
I got delicious burgers, but there were no candles, and I was a little bit disappointed. And I think I told them that.
Who did you go with?
Tom Ansell and Dan Owen.
Oh, and so clearly named and shamed. They don't know how to treat a woman.
No.
On Valentine's Day. Did they not even get you like a card?
No.
Oh dear, that's awkward.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly.
How does that make you feel?
Well, they gave me alcohol, so it was fine.
Yeah, but then they didn't even take advantage of you, so...
Oh, no, exactly. Oh,
I mean,
what a shame.
Yeah, I'd be feeling a little, peeved if I was you, I think.
Well, it could have been worse.
How could it have been worse?
I could have just sat at home eating ice cream.
Yeah, I guess that could have been worse, maybe.
Yeah.
Have you done anything else?
Yeah, I went to a couple of gigs.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, we went and saw Brian Fallon.
Don't know who that is.
Know him, Liam?
Nah.
Lead singer of the Gaslight Anthem.
Don't know what that is.
Anthem. They're a band, Liam.
Okay. Are they quite hip and new?
Not particularly, I don't think.
Or are they like an old fogey band? They're
not an old fogey band.
Well, I've never heard of them.
Well, you haven't. Yeah, but if you had heard of them, they'd be an old fogey band, Liam.
Yeah, that's true.
No, they're cool. They were formed in 2006, Liam. I googled it for you.
Wait, so you saw the band, or you saw Brian Fallon from the band?
We saw Brian Fallon, the frontman, who's also doing solo work.
So you didn't see the band?
No, we saw Brian Fallon.
Right. Okay. I just feel like that got confusing there.
Okay. How?
Because you started banging on about seeing the Gaslight Anthem.
What? No, I didn't.
Well, that's what it sounded like.
Okay. Right. Well, we saw Brian Fallon.
Yep.
Frontman of the Gaslight Anthem.
Okay.
He played for an extra 45 minutes from what he was meant to.
Oh, wow.
So, considering we paid £12 to see him...
That's value for money.
Yeah, crazy value for money. Like, they're big, Liam. I know you don't know them, but they're a big band.
Never heard of them.
No, I know. And he's also big. He's, going on tour. He turned up in a tour bus to this tiny club in Kingston. His tour bus was double-decker.
Yeah.
And just sitting outside the club. It was awesome.
It's just him. He's not even a band. Why has he got a tour bus that big?
He has 2 other people with him. And then they bring the, what do you call them? The opening bands and stuff come with them.
Okay.
Also, if you're going on a tour around the country and you're rich, you get a big bus. That's how that works.
Do you need a double-decker one is my point.
Well, I don't know what the lower deck was for. Maybe it's for all the staff. Roadies and stuff, Liam. You got, bands are big. They travel with lots of people.
Yeah, bands do. Not a single person.
He's got other people that play with him.
He could have probably
he's
just,
a solo act.
Got a taxi. Does he even play his own instrument, or is he just a singer?
He plays 2 instruments.
What instruments?
He was playing guitar for most of it, and then he's recently learnt piano, so he played a couple of songs on piano as well.
So the piano, I admit, you wouldn't be able to get that in a taxi, but the guitar you could.
Your sort of sense of the world is very confusing.
What do you mean?
He's a big artist. He wasn't going to rock up in a fucking taxi with a guitar.
I mean, 1, that would have been more environmentally conscious. 2, that would have been cheaper for him, so more profit. I don't see why he wouldn't have, to be honest.
I mean, since we were paying £12 for a ticket, I don't think he was doing this gig particularly for profit.
So why was he doing it then?
Oh, so it's with a group called Banquet Records, which is a legit record store in Kingston.
Okay.
And they have, they basically have a night at a club, a bit like how Route 66 used to have Afternoon Delight.
Yeah.
It's like that, but imagine that instead of the first half of that, a live band played and you paid for tickets to go see them.
Have you ever seen the film Empire Records?
Yeah.
Is it like that?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
But Banquet because they're one of the last major record stores.
Yeah.
They get big names. Like they had Wolf Alice play there, who we saw. They're having the Vaccines play there, who are another big band. It annoys me that you don't know music.
I don't know any of these.
It's so sad because they're all really good bands.
I don't have time to listen to music.
That is a lie.
No, it's
you
not.
nap for 4 hours a day. The other day you told me you napped twice.
I did. because I was very sleepy, and when was I going to listen to music while napping?
Yeah, while napping.
Does that? But then I'm not listening, am I?
Subliminal.
I don't know if that's how music works.
It
Like, I don't know
definitely
if you
does.
can listen to an album via like osmosis.
I think you probably could if you listened enough.
Maybe. Have you done anything else
Yeah, and then we saw the Wombats a week before that.
at the same place?
Yeah, at the same place. You might remember the Wombats, Liam.
They had the song "Let's Dance to Joy Division."
Exactly, and I knew 2 of the other songs. So that was a less enjoyable night.
What
Still
were the
good.
other 2 songs that you knew?
There was another one from that first album that's something about New York. Something.
Oh, "Can't Sleep in New York."
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah. I had their first CD, I think.
Ah, okay, yeah. So that one. And
Hang on, I'm trying to look up their discography.
yeah, I'm getting it up. Don't worry. They've got so many albums. Moving to New York.
That's it. Because he's having trouble with his sleep.
Sure.
Yeah, that was the lyrics. He
Oh,
was
and
moving
Kill the
to New
Director.
York. Oh yeah, I knew that one.
Yeah. So like, it was those bits were good, and they seemed like a cool band, and I liked the music. But I think I always struggle with some gigs you can go to, and if you don't know the songs, you sort of sit there and you're like, oh, this is still cool. Like, I'm really enjoying it. But they felt a little bit like it would have been a much more enjoyable gig if I actually knew what the fuck was happening.
Yeah, fair enough. I kind of understand what you're saying with that.
Okay, good. That's about the best I can hope for with most people, is I sort of understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I remember when I was at uni, I went to see Funeral for a Friend.
Yep.
And I had only ever heard, I think, their first CD, maybe their second, and I was quite worried that they would just play like all their new stuff and I wouldn't know any of it and I'd hate it. But they were doing this like nostalgia type tour thing, so they only played stuff from their early stuff that I actually recognised and knew, and I really enjoyed that.
Yes, yeah, it is more enjoyable when you know what's being played, because you can like sing along and get involved.
Yeah, and you can have a little boogie.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to boogie to a song that you don't know.
Did we go and see someone in Wedgwood Rooms?
Probably.
At uni?
Yeah, probably.
No idea who that was. Fair enough.
Probably no one important.
Probably not.
Um,
But yeah, that's what I've been doing, Liam.
I haven't seen live music since uni.
You should. You should try it.
I don't have time.
You're so full of shit.
Well, no, the thing is, if I've got the choice between, okay, say live music or like live comedy, I'm always going to go for comedy over music.
Okay.
So I would rather go to comedy than music.
You can go to both. That's what
Yeah, I know. I'm going to see Flight of the Conchords soon, maybe.
a combination of the two.
Exactly. And if Stephen Lynch announces UK tour dates, I'll try and go see him as well.
Fair enough.
So I like it when they combine the two. But I feel like I'm a bit too old now to be like bopping along with the teenagers at these sorts of places.
I mean, if you go to bands that aren't teenage bands, which most of the bands you listen to aren't going to be, you'll be fine.
So like the Wombats, what was the sort of age range there?
Theirs was surprisingly young, but they've still been releasing music. Like, I think they just released a new album.
Did it make you feel really old?
Not particularly. Not at a gig.
No?
At clubs it does, but when you're at a gig it's different.
What's different? But you stand at the back, don't you? Like some sort of weirdo.
No, not right at the back. I just don't go into the front. I don't go into like the pit or anything.
Okay, why's that?
I don't like being crushed by people.
Okay.
So I just avoid bits where you're likely to get crushed.
And Brian Fallon, I'm imagining it was like armchairs and stuff, right?
No.
Was that quite bopping?
Again, 2006, Liam. He's not like super old, the band, but
Well, like, what was the age range there?
the age range was young to old.
But
That's the thing. I think
where did it more lean? More young or more old?
it depends on where you. I think overall, probably young.
Okay.
But that's the thing with gigs. You get a wide age range because it's not a club. Like, you're not going out and just being like, let's party like animals. So you get a range of people that are into those bands.
That's a shame because like I really like going out to clubs just for
I know
dancing.
you do because you're broken.
I like the dancing.
You can dance. You don't have to go to clubs to dance.
Yeah, but it's more fun.
Maybe this is what it is. You've never. Maybe I might try and get Kat to take you somewhere to dance.
Well, I don't want to go to like
Not a class.
no, because or any sort of dance where you have to touch someone else.
That's fine. What about like free form and all that stuff?
That seems a bit hippy dippy, doesn't it?
Like where you sway like a tree and all that shit.
Just makes me think of Peep Show.
Yeah.
So, but like, I know there's a modern jive sort of venue near us, but that requires touching other people, and I'm not about that.
Fair enough, mate.
I get sweaty when I kind of move a lot,
Okay.
especially my hands, and I just feel like dancing, you have to touch people with your hands a lot if you're dancing with someone else, and I just don't want to get like hand sweat on someone else.
Yeah, but like Kat would be used to that surely, or she'd be able to deal with it better.
Yeah, I just don't really think she should have to.
Fair enough, Liam.
So, well, it sounds like we've both done a lot.
You only had Valentine's Day, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not putting you down. Hey.
Well, no, I had Valentine's Day and my trip to Portsmouth.
That's true. That's true. It's 2018, year of positivity. You were super busy.
Yeah, exactly. I think we had other stuff, but I've just kind of forgotten it.
Don't worry about it, mate. The thing with life, Liam, is, you live these moments, but you don't need to store them all. We don't need to hoard them. You're not a squirrel keeping nuts. You can have the moments and let them go free, Liam.
Yeah, that's what I do. I live in the moment. I'm not one of these people that kind of experiences the moment through the lens of their phone.
Exactly, Liam.
So, Kat does that sometimes, though. She's all about the Instagram.
Oh, does she Instagram?
Oh, she's got a system and everything. She likes to have like themed sets of pictures and stuff.
Fair enough. Crazy. I feel like we're going off topic, Liam.
So that was catching up with.
That was.